good day is another episode where we discuss about the advantage and disadvantage of real estate, property investment, how to avoid bad tenants and protect your property. If you're just coming across my video for the first time, I am Olashogo, lead consultant for Advanced Property. On this channel, this is where we discuss about the pro and con of real estate, the good and bad of real estate, and how to avoid problems, how to avoid headache. Now, today I'll be discussing about how to protect your investment from bad tenants. A lot of investors have lost their investments to bad tenants due to some of them don't pay rent, some of them damage their properties, and several occasions has happened that some landlord has to lock tenants up because how the way they mess their house up. Some of the recent young guys now, some people even use their apartments to commit different atrocities, and the landlord will be summoned to court for different things. And how can you avoid this? I'll be giving you the tips on how to go about that and how to avoid it from happening so that you don't have headache. The first one is, I said, how can you avoid this? How to avoid bad tenants. One, by doing screening. And how can you do screening? One is by having all their data to make sure either the client or you have the data of the client and the agent that brings the new tenant, intended tenant, to avoid problems. You make sure you have all their data, their ID cards, everything. Do your background checking before giving them your apartment, because it's not easy building a house and having a bad tenant. I have some experience some years back when I live in some part of Lagos State in some one bedroom apartment, and we face a lot of things with different tenants because of the way they mess the compound up. Some of them will just mess everything up. Some of them even damage the ball. A lot of things, and it's not giving the landlords a good view about real estate, about investment. Because when you discuss about building apartments in Nigeria with the people in diaspora, they believe it's just a waste of money. A client of mine reached out to me yesterday. There's an apartment in Ibadan presently that I need to go and visit because the way they mess the place up, and he invested huge amount of money in that property, but now he's regretting that he built the apartment then. Do you understand? And why are people like that? How? What can you do to avoid this? One is to do your thorough session. Have a lawyer. Have someone that can fight for you even if you are not there. Make sure you have all the about data. Do all the due diligence. Make sure you collect the number of their former landlord or their parent to confirm if this person is a good tenant or bad tenant. Another thing is how to protect your property. One is to what? Do the due diligence. Make sure you call the landlord. Make sure you have all their details. If he's a student, if you are giving your house to a student, call their parents so that your property will not be at risk. There are a lot of properties now that has been sealed by government. Why? Because the tenant has committed crime, either fraudulent or kidnapping or kill someone. Do you understand? And how to avoid all this? One of the things you need to do is to run a background check for the person. Make sure you have a strong landlord agreement that will keep your clients on a track, because some of them don't have money to pay rent. Some even damage apartments. So that is why you have to have a law guiding your property. Two, you need to have a good lawyer or a property manager who can manage your property very well. Another thing is you need to visit your property regularly. That's one of the most important things, because some landlords have not even been to their house for years, 3 years. We know you're busy. We know that. But at the same time, you need to visit your apartment regularly. Another thing is, if you know you can't visit, have a security in that compound that will monitor. Sometimes too, security in Nigeria do fucked up, then you need to visit your apartment. That's the most paramount thing to do. Visit your apartment. Have a strong landlord agreement that will guide your client, your tenants. Also have rules and regulations in that compound. If anybody cannot abide with your rules and regulations, don't give him or her house. Always follow your instincts. If your mind is telling you not to give the person, please kindly don't give that person your apartment. If you can consider landlord insurance, so that if any clients any tenant is damaging or is about to damage you, remember that okay, there's this insurance that you don't. If you can consider landlord insurance, it will insure your house. If any tenant damage it, they will be able to. Your insurance can cover that up. Then if you can also have a program to monitor your home, or if you have a camera to monitor your compound, it's happening because a lot of things is going on, and they will just call the landlord to report in court. And these are the ways to avoid this from happening. Yeah, having a house as a property is one of the best things, because you cannot live in a cloud, but you need to live in a house. Always do your background checkings to avoid stories that touch the heart. If you are just coming across the video for the first time, you find this video helpful, kindly share to your friend, to your family, so that they can avoid bad tenants. And don't forget to hit the notification bell, subscribe, comment, and like to support us today, because your comfort is our priority. We're always here every midweek to drop informative videos for you to learn, guide, relearn, and unlearn. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to comment, share to your friends once again. I love you. See you in my next video. Thank you.